What's up, everyone? This is BigPowner, and today I'm going to be touching on something that's going to be a big niche for this next league, and it's something that a lot of people I don't think are going to be focused on. I'm going to tell you to take this with a grain of salt. I'm going to tell you that boss killing is going to be really profitable this league, and I'm going to explain to you the reasons why. However, the grain of salt for that is this is not a recommendation for people that are not used to boss killing to go out and start trying to boss kill. In general, if you are not good at boss killing, if you don't have a good boss killing build, you're going into an unknown with unknown build and you know fights that you're not good at. Most boss killers have done a lot of boss killing and they're really good at it. They're going to be able to do it with minimal gear, so they're going to be able to make profits as soon as possible. If you're going in with, a build that you don't know and you're not amazing at the fights, you're going to have a hard time. That being said, if you do have a build that you like that's good at boss killing, this is a really good league. And if you enjoy boss killing, this is a really good league to play to boss killing. And why is that? You might be thinking it's a mapping league. Why is it that boss killing would be really profitable? And you, as someone that doesn't like boss killing, why would you be putting this out there? I'm putting this out there because there are people that prefer doing things that aren't my preference. And bringing your attention to those things, if it is something that you like, I feel is something that can be beneficial because obviously, if you can do the thing that you enjoy and you can make lots of currency, then that's going to be better than you just copying what I'm doing, even though you don't like it, to try and make good currency. So this is just giving options for the league, directions that players can go. In general, bossing has only been really profitable in like the first week. Plain and simple. Normally, the people that make a lot of currency are people that are able to jump in hard on the beginning of the league, that are able and capable to get to those boss fights and collect that loot really early and sell them for maximum price. The reason why is because there's a lot of unique items that are hid behind bosses like Shaper Elder. We're talking about like Doom Fletcher, Starforge, things like that. They get there, they get those kills, they get those items, they get them really early, and they sell them for the absolute maximum because they're getting them onto the market when everyone needs them. In general, this becomes very unprofitable very quickly. The prices plummet, and then it winds up in basically a place where there's like one or two items that are still really valuable, and then you're basically just shooting craps, hoping that you get one of those really valuable items. However, with the changes that came to the last league, speaking about Shaper Elder, it takes longer for this to happen. They start really high, and the rate at which they fall in value is slower. And the reason why is because it's harder to get to those fights. Plain and simple, we don't just get the Guardian map drops as easily as we did before. So it's going to take longer for the market to get saturated with those items. So that's one thing that you have going for you as far as longevity as a boss killer. Another really big thing is we had the addition of the new orbs. And the thing is at this point, towards the end of the league when they've been introduced, pretty much everyone, I'm going to assume everyone that's played this league for a decent amount of time, has played with the orbs. They've used gear that the orbs create. Everyone, the next league, is going to be looking to use the new orbs. And these are things that it's not just I get one and I'm done. Normally, gear is going to use multiple of them in the set of gear. You're going to have a bunch of items that you're going to be using these for. Maybe you want to make the double influence belt. Maybe you want to make a dual curse ring. Maybe you want to make a +2 amulet. Maybe you want to make, dual mod armor. You want to make a dual mod weapon. There's a ton of stuff. The dual mod boots. The just tons of stuff. Literally every single item, could someone could wind up wearing an entire set of items created for these. The point is there's going to be a lot of demand for these orbs. And with the mass majority of the community going to be focused on the league mechanic, and a lot of people that are looking to make a lot of currency from that are going to be more like me on the side of a mapper because we want to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible so that we can get the new stuff, the cluster jewels, the high rewards from the mechanic. We want to get up there and start amassing currency as quickly as possible, get our builds maxed out and pimped out. And what that means is I'm not going to be spending time, devoting a bunch of my time to try to boss kill, I'm going to be trying to advance in the Delirium as high as possible to get a super min max build so that I can just absolutely crush the highest level maps with the maximum amount of Delirium in them so I can get the highest rewards. I'm not going to be super focused on completing my boss kills. But I'm still going to need those orbs to create the gear that I want if I can't just buy the gear, which means I'm going to be purchasing those. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be doing that. And even if I'm, killing my Siriuses, I'm not going to be getting all the orbs that I need. Plain and simple, there's going to be a demand for these orbs. And then there's also going to be demand for the resulting gear from using those orbs. So someone that is doing a boss killing, they're going to have the chances to get the really high cash-ins on, the early shape or elder fights, and then they're going to have longevity in just farming the Sears fight. The other thing that's going to make it more valuable as a farming method is because they've made it so that every 5 maps is a guaranteed conqueror spawn, which means 24 maps, including the Guardian maps, is going to give you a chance to kill Sirius, which this is a pretty big deal because with this last league, it was random. You could wind up playing an entire gaming session, you could play all day, and you could get one shot at Sirius, and that wasn't really very good for boss killing, which made it so that boss killing this last league, what the only people it was really profitable for were the people that learned the fight really quick and then started doing kill services, which that wasn't profitable for very long. I talked about this when the big thing was everyone should start boss killer builds, and I was like, in a week, people are going to be offering to do it for free just for, challenges and stuff like that, and that's exactly what happened. So the window for that was very small because that was the focus of the league and lots of people were doing it. Everyone wanted to learn how to do the fight. Now, going into this new league, people already know how to do the fight. So the low level Siriuses are going to be able to be killed, but if you're really good at boss killing, it's going to give you a chance to be able to do high tier boss killing with other people or for other people because they're going to be able to consistently spawn Sirius. And if they are focused on mapping, they're not going to be killing the Awakener 8 Siriuses. It's just not something like for myself. Have I done it? Yes. Am I going to be trying to kill an Awakener 8 Sirius on my Ice Shot build for the beginning part of the league? No. Because I know that I can't do it every time, and it's going to wind up just being a lot of time. I'd be better off just spending my time um, clearing the high level Delirium because I know that I can do that, and the amount of time it would take me to do the Awakener 8, I could have done 3, 4, 5 maps, and I might not even successfully complete the Awakener 8. So I'm probably going to just be like, all right, well I'm going to do this easy one real quick, get it out of the way. However, that's not what I'm actually going to do. What I am actually going to do is I'm going to have a friend kill the high level the highest awakener level that I have open as a boss killer, and then we're going to share some loot. What this makes it is if you have a friend, or if you are a boss killer, either way, and you team up with people. Say a boss killer has 5 friends that are mappers, and they can do hundreds of maps in a day. That means, they're spawning Sirius 8 times, 12 times, 16 times. If you have, 5 buddies that are fast mappers, and you're a boss killer, and you're killing the boss for them, you're taking some of the loot, they're getting more loot than they would have gotten because you're killing it for them at a higher level, you guaranteed kill every single time. You're all going to be making more loot, and this prevents you from having to go to boards and rely on random people and competing with all the other people that are saying, oh, I'll do it for 10 chaos, or I'll do it like that. There's a lot of time wasted there. The thing is if you have people that are your friends that you're just going to be continuing to do the stuff you need to do, spawning your own awakener, going for your own fights. If you have people that are working with you, it's going to be mutually beneficial. That's the thing that I'm going to suggest for people to do, because if you do that as a boss killer, you're still going to be able to make all the currency you would have been making, but at the same time, you're going to have reliable currency for yourself, and those other people that you've friended up with or are grouping up with are also going to benefit because they're going to be getting higher rewards from something that they weren't going to be focusing on. So what I am going to suggest is if you don't already have a network of friends, let people know, hey, I plan on in the comments I'm just going to suggest this. Be like, hey, I'm going to be boss killing. I'm looking for some people that are mapping. Or hey, I'm going to be mapping and I don't know anyone that's going to be boss killing. Link up with some people. Worst case scenario, you try it one time with the person, you hate the person, you feel like the person's greedy or they don't want to hold up to the deal or the deal doesn't work for you. It's one time 20 something maps if you're the mapper, or if you're the boss killer, you can be like, I don't really like the deal that I'm getting. I'm just going to try to find other people. It's one time. um Try with some other people. Eventually you'll find some groups of people that you like playing with and it'll work out good for you. So that's going to be my suggestion for this league. That's something that I wanted to bring to people's attention, and it is going to be a good niche for people. Later on in the league, I am going to be making the other build that I'm the most interested in doing, which is going to be better at bossing but not as good at mapping. I will cover that when I do it, but it's kind of going to be too late in the league to be viable as a boss killer. It's just more of something that is going to be a fun build, but it's not going to be as good for the league mechanic and as a starter in general for most people. So it's not going to be my starter. However, I do have a couple builds this league that cover some different niches that I will be going over this league. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this video is helpful and hope you guys can make some new friends for the new league. Peace.